It's Harvey from Weather Sponge 5000, live here in Ocean City, New Jersey, and now we're beginning to see the storm surge flooding approach Ocean City. Now, as we're approaching high tide, right now it's around 2:25 and high tide's at 2:49, so we're almost at the peak here when it comes to storm surge flooding. And you see right here, the street's completely covered in storm surge flooding. And looking back at the primary thing that's been causing this storm surge flooding, it's due to the fact that, of course, the ocean has risen, but it's primarily due to the fact that the levees have been leaking here, which is allowing the ocean water is at least high enough to the point where we're now seeing the ocean leak through the levee and now approach the streets here. As right now over the street, it's around 6 inches to a foot of water. It's been windy all day today. Wind gusts right around 50 to 60 miles per hour, and it's still going on, especially at the beach. This is where, by the ocean, that's where the strongest of the storm surge flooding is located. And you see right here, I'm over around 6 inches of swiftly moving water in Ocean City. And there's many other streets that are flooded as well. This is crazy stuff, guys. This is the first time in my life I've experienced storm surge flooding. I've experienced flash flooding when it comes to just rainfall as well as just regular flooding, but in terms of storm surge flooding, this is the first time, and this is expected to last for several hours. Good news is, when it comes to damage, there hasn't been that much. There's of course been branches down, some smaller trees down, and when it comes to flooding, it seems like some of the flooding is approaching some of the basements here, right up along the sound side. The storm surge is mainly coming from the sound side. On the ocean side, it seems fine. It seems like the dunes are big enough, but in the more vulnerable areas, like you see right here, this is where the worst of the storm surge flooding is located. So definitely make sure to stay safe out there right up along the coast. We're going to look at several different other areas where the storm surge flooding is also pretty bad. Thank you, KA2PVO. I'm definitely making sure to stay safe. I'm taking the right precautions. I avoid trying to drive through any flooded roadways. Yeah, I'm definitely making sure to stay safe out here. And yeah, there's another area right up along the street where the storm surge flooding is now beginning to approach. We're gonna go to it right now, and we do see that the side of the street is under probably around 6 inches of water. Wow. There's a branch down right over there. Thankfully, the rain has stopped. It would have been bad if it continued raining, combined with the storm surge flooding we're already seeing. But good news is that it has stopped. It might come back a little bit later today. Hopefully it isn't too heavy, because we're already seeing enough when it comes to storm surge flooding right here. And we do see the ocean is approaching through this area right here. That's where the storm surge flooding is coming from. And there's even more up this street over here. And this is expected to last for several hours, unfortunately, here. And then, yep, there's another area all the way back there. That's where now we're beginning to see the waves crest up over the banks. And look at this, a whole other area where the worst of storm surge flooding is happening. Wow. And pretty much the cause of this storm surge flooding is, of course, we've been seeing a strong northeasterly flow here in New Jersey. Okay, I thought it just froze up, but I think I should be good. Maybe the data's here is a little bad. Um, I okay, I still have good connection, so I don't know why it looks like it's freezing. But when it comes to the reason why we're seeing this storm surge running is, of course, we've been seeing a strong northeasterly flow all day today here in New Jersey, and that northeasterly flow, while technically the winds are going away from the shore I'm at right now, they're facing mainly towards. They're coming from the northeast, which means that the waves should be going towards the west away from us. But the thing is that all this the ocean water that was out in the ocean that got pushed into the sound side, and the sound side and the ocean water in the sound side really has nowhere to go but on the streets, and this is why we're seeing the major river flooding right here. I'm trying to zoom out. Okay, there we go. But yeah, look at this, guys. Wow. Oh, wow. The current's super strong. It almost knocked me off my feet there. I need to be careful. Yeah, and you definitely can't underestimate water when it comes to like knocking you down. Because this current was a lot stronger than I expected. But yeah, this is insane, guys. Seeing more storm surge running right over here. Wow. It is definitely one of the more vulnerable areas, and also probably got around 10 to 20 minutes more until high tide approaches. And there's just only a small area, guys. There's many other areas in Ocean City that I'm about to show you that that have a lot of flooding as well. So this is just pretty insane. Wow. And over there, that's probably around 2 feet. I want to try to go there, but I don't know. Do I want to go down knee deep over here? And wow, it's super deep. Yeah, I could only imagine that many of these properties right up along the sound side are dealing with a heavy amount of basement flooding or even flooding on their first floor. And yeah, this is just going to continue to come in. Hopefully it doesn't, hopefully at least in this area, it doesn't like start to approach like streets away from here. But it's looking like it might. This water is coming in real fast right now. Wow. But yeah, Ocean City in New Jersey is one of the more vulnerable areas when it comes to coastal flooding, mainly due to the sound side. The sound side is where the worst of the flooding typically always is. Right around the ocean side of Ocean City, it's a bit more rare to have oceanside flooding, mainly due to the fact that the dunes are so large. They block away a lot of the waves from being able to enter the properties on the ocean side. But the sound side, there's not much of a barrier at all, as really the sound side is a lot more shallower. It's protected by the huge like sand berms right up along the coast, and that's why it's definitely a lot more vulnerable here right up along the sound side. Wow, this current's super strong. I can't get over it. Wow. Okay, now I'm really beginning to see. It seems like the water's rising fast here where I'm standing at, because I was here around an hour ago and this street was completely fine, but now it seems like almost the entire street's about to get flooded. Insane, man. Yeah, and unfortunately this only expected to spread. Wow. And yeah, where I'm standing at right now, I'm probably around a foot deep, or a little bit less than that. Yeah, around a foot deep. Over there, it's probably like 2 feet of water. Wow, this is insane. The rain is starting to come back a little bit, because even with by the rain alone. So if you potentially combining heavy rain along with the strong storm surge could only enhance the flooding here. Wow. Crazy stuff we're seeing here right along the Jersey Shore. And by the way, talking about Tropical Storm Ophelia, it made landfall, as you probably know, at around 70 miles per hour. It has weakened though, it's now a 50 mile per hour storm. However, the wind field of this storm is so large because the eye is still right over North Carolina, but as you would see right here, the storm surge flooding is reaching as far north as New Jersey. The strong winds are reaching as far north as Jersey, even as far north as southern New England. So Tropical Storm Ophelia, extremely large storm, very impactful in terms of timing. So I don't even know what time is it. Did we reach? Okay, 2:34. So 15 minutes more until we reach high tide, and probably the water even well after high tide will continue rising because even though it might not be considered high tide, the water will still be high enough for the water to keep leaking right here. And so probably for the next several hours we're only going to see the water rise here, and that's definitely very concerning. And yeah, Tropical Storm Ophelia is expected to weaken over the next several hours. It's over lands. It's going to lose connection from the warm Gulf Stream waters that were really pushing this storm, that were really enhancing the storm's intensity. And there won't be that much instability either in New Jersey for the storm to keep going. Oh yeah, I am wearing rubber boots, thankfully. I'm definitely gonna, but even with the rubber boots, I'm definitely gonna need to take a shower after this. A lot of this water, of course, could contain contaminants, especially if it's from rainwater. So yeah, definitely need them. Oh, okay, I'm back live. So a car pretty much just ran through the street, splashed my phone, and I thought it ended the stream right there, but thankfully I'm still here live. But look at this, guys. Water's still coming in. Now beginning to cover the street a little bit more. We're around 10 minutes away from high tide here in Ocean City. Okay, let me clean my camera. So how about you guys? How's, if you're impacted by Ophelia, how's it? Is it depending on where you are, is it that bad? Here in Ocean City, of course, you can see the storm surge flooding is getting pretty hectic here. Many areas are beginning to flood. This is just insane. The wind gusts here, like I said, around 50 and 60 miles per hour all day. Wow. And this water is coming in real fast. This current's super fast. I'm gonna keep tabs on this crosswalk sign right here, see how much higher the water goes. Like I said, it's probably around 2 feet high, right around that area. Where I'm at, it's around 6 inches deep, 2 foot deep. Oh yeah, the Poconos. Yeah, since due to like Tropical Storm Ophelia's wind field, I'm sure it's been windy over there, heavy rain as well. Hopefully not many of these areas flood as a result of all this rain. And guys, thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way. I plan to stay here for longer. I'm not ending it just yet. I want to go to other areas as well where the storm surge has been pretty bad. Yeah, there's crazy stuff we're seeing. Wow. Let's take a look at the ocean once more. Yeah, all that storm surge is coming in here. It's really, really bad. Wow. I'm in shock. Even though National Hurricane Center forecasted a moderate amount over here, I didn't know if Ophelia really had the strength to be able to bring that heavy storm surge in. But clearly, we're seeing that right now. It is insane. Let's go back to the area we initially started at then. I'm going to show you guys other areas that are experiencing storm surge flooding. And if you're just tuning in, thank you for watching. And yeah, this is just one of the areas, like I said earlier, that's being pounded by storm surge flooding. There's many other streets here that have been experiencing an extreme amount of storm surge flooding. Here's another area where the ocean's been entering the street. Another area right here where the sound side, where the storm surge is entering. It is pretty crazy. Okay, so come back in this area, I could say that the storm surge definitely got worse here on the street. Definitely a lot higher compared to when I was here just like only 20 minutes ago. It's been rising fast, this storm surge. Yup, up, it's definitely a lot deeper. Over that street, over this street, it's probably like 2 feet deep. And remember, all it takes is 2 feet of water to float a car. Wow. Yeah, so the ocean on this street has been entering through leaks along this levee. While the ocean water isn't high enough to the point where it'll overtop this levee, it's still high enough to a point where it's able to leak through. And this is where we're seeing the flooding come from. And you see, here's the sound side, strong waves. In fact, the wind is pushing away from the sound side, but the ocean water has been pushing all the storm surge towards the sound side, so that's why we're seeing the storm surge flooding. The ocean water is pretty much trapped here and has nowhere to go but the streets. Wow. Wow, this is deep right here. And now we're seeing, I'm starting to see the rain come in here, and the wind is getting a little stronger too. We might be going through a squall line. I hope not, because I don't want my phone to get any more wet than it is right now, and make it super difficult to use the screen at that point. We'll see what happens though. And over that street, even far from the sound side, we're beginning to see flooding down that street over there. Let me show you guys up closer. Look at this. Now we're starting to see the ocean water approach blocks away from the sound side. This is insane. Wow. The power of Tropical Storm Ophelia. And this really goes to show you guys, just because like, let's say a storm system is maybe just a weak tropical storm, it could still bring an insane amount of impacts. Even a small tropical storm like this could cause storm surge flooding. Imagine, let's say, a hurricane, even a Category 1 hurricane impacts New Jersey. The impacts would be pretty significant. This is just a tropical storm and we're seeing storm surge like this. Wow. Whoa. This is deep. I've honestly should have just brought a bathing suit. At this point, my pants are completely gone thanks to this storm surge flooding. Completely dirty, completely soaked. I'm definitely gonna need to take a shower after this, even with the boots. It feels dirty walking in this water. Oh wow, this is crazy. As you can see, now they're closing the road, which is something they should have done a while ago. That water was pretty high. Wow. And the water over there at that street where I just started at is definitely higher than it was before. Let me see, what time is it? Okay, now we're 2 minutes past high tide, so thankfully the tide should begin lowering right now, but expect the water rise to increase here because it doesn't need to be high tide for the water to increase. Wow. Okay guys, I'm gonna give you guys one last look at this storm surge flooding, and then I'm gonna have to head out on the live stream. I got a lot of videos to record on this. Make sure to stay tuned though for my like full storm surge flooding video here in Ocean City. Wow, I'm amazed. First time in my life I experienced storm surge flooding. But yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for further videos on this storm surge, and I might go back live depending on how bad or how much worse the storm surge gets. But make sure to stay tuned guys for the videos for sure, and thank you guys for watching and have a good day. Make sure to stay safe all throughout the East Coast.